Hello, so today I'd like to talk about why the US is still the #1 destination for people to emigrate to each year. So at Holborn, we work with 15 different citizenship and residency programs across the globe, but the US is still the one that I get asked about most. So we offer two routes to the US. First of all, there's the EB-5 investment visa, and there's the EB-3 unskilled workers visa. If you want to find out more about those, check out my other videos. But yeah, so why do over 2 million people each year choose to relocate to the US? So number one, the US is still regarded as one of the world's largest global economies. Despite some ups and downs along the way, the US dollar is still the primary reserve currency globally. Secondly, job opportunities. So many people still view the US as the land of opportunity, and in many ways it still is. So if we look at the average salary, so in the US, the average person can take home $60,000 per year. If we compare that to somewhere like Nigeria, where a lot of my EB-3 clients have actually came from, the average salary is around about $10,000. Now, of course, you have to take into account the cost of living, etc. But number three is education, and for me, that's a big one. So, of course, the US has some of the best schools, some of the best universities in the world. So when you come to the US with your family, you all have your green cards. What this means is when your children decide to go to university, they will be classed as local students as opposed to overseas students. So what that means in terms of money is that the overseas student will pay on average $30,000 per year, whereas a local student will pay near $2,500–3,000 per year. So quite a big difference. Number four for me is healthcare. So yes, the US does have some of the world's best infrastructure when it comes to healthcare. Yes, private medical insurance in the US can be quite pricey, but most employers in the US will give you a good health insurance package. Number five for me is better mobility. So after you've been in the US for 5 years on your green card, you can then apply for a full passport. So better mobility. Of course, this depends on where you've come from, but say if you came from Nigeria, Iran, Vietnam over to the US, and typically you're going to get better mobility on your passport. So that's my 5 reasons as to why I believe the US is still the most popular program for people to immigrate to each year. Thank you.